Hello, good evening. This is Ron Type. Thank you for joining the stream, or thank you if you come across the stream. Hello. Well, so it's been a long time since I've last streamed. Like, it was 2 weeks. Guess I didn't feel like saying anything, or I don't really have a much update. I guess in a way that's good because if I have to report something, it might be bad news. So I guess I'm thankful that in a way that I don't have one. And for the meantime, I don't feel like interplaning any videos right now. So maybe just an update regarding my life. So first, well, it's been a long time since my fridge got pulled out. And the last time that I've had a talk with them, they informed me that finally the the problem appeared in which the build-up frost, so they were able to see it. So what they are trying to do is to replace the heater because they would need to test if the heater indeed is very weak, so weak that it wasn't able to do all the defrosting. So basically, um, it's been like that more than a year. Well, more than a year. So it's about 1.5 years since I bought it, and so far, it's only at this month were they able to detect the problem. So they are going to replace the heater and then do some observation. At this point, I don't really care how long that takes, as long as when I get it back, it will work as well, at least as well as the service unit that they have provided me. Because so far, the service unit that I have, that they have temporarily provided, is working for me well. So I don't need some manual defrost, and the ice for the some extent stays frozen. So I don't have a problem with that. And so what else? Ah, yes. I'm not sure if I mentioned it uh, a few streams ago, but I don't really feel like spending large amount of moolah, especially that well, next month I'm going to have my money debited due to the investment insurance that I'm paying. So basically, all my salary for this month plus a few quote unquote few amount will go there. So then there's that. And yet, that being said, uh, for now, the laptop that I am using for streaming is still working, unlike last Friday, in which, well, it's acting up. It has some occasional blue screens of death. So I opened it as much as I can to clean it up. And then, since I'm at it, might as well replace the thermal paste. Then after I assembled it back up, it didn't boot up, as in nothing, except that there are the flashing LEDs. And so I've tried as much as possible troubleshooting that I know back then, but to no avail. I wasn't able to fix it. But then after some time that I left it unused, and then I open it. So, well, I tried pressing buttons, and well, true enough, there's a problem with the CMOS battery. And so, yes, I was able to use it that time, but then through a thorough diagnostics, I was led to believe that I may need to replace my M.2 SSD. And so I did, although, well, at least I got a larger one, and come to think of it, it's cheaper from what from how I remembered it. So, well, I'm kind of glad. But then the problem didn't really disappear, but so far it's not really affecting the performance of the PC. At least that's what I think. And if ever that, well, I don't really think it's a waste of time buying that, because, well, there may be someday that I'm going to buy a new PC or a new laptop, and I might be able to use it. However, because of urgency, I had to buy an overpriced CMOS battery. It just got delivered today, but I am not sure if I'm going to use it. And I also bought an M.2 enclosure. I bought that because maybe I would need to clone it. Clone it, yes. Maybe I would need to clone it. So, because, well, I can use the PC now, and well, luckily I find out that there is a way to quote unquote clone a hard disk without having them connected simultaneously, provided that the one that you're cloning is the this with the operating system. So if anybody comes across this video, this might come in handy. So, and apologies if I am not going to show any graphic stuff or demonstration. So I'm just going to have this verbally. So first, the full image must be created, and that the target storage of that image must obviously have enough free space to accommodate. And then you can replace the OS disk with a new one. And of course, you need to have the bootable, in which it should have the Windows 10 installation. But you're not going to install the Windows 10. Instead, again, if I remember correctly, you'll just have to press R somewhere when you are being asked what language, what locale. You have a press other, and then you'll be presented some options, and then look for the options that says restore image. So if it says restore image, it will ask where you'll store it, obviously the OS disk. And then if you store it there, and it manages to do that, then the next startup, you can use the OS disk, the new OS disk, as like the older one. But of course, since in my case, the new OS disk has 500 gig, the old one has I think 250 to 140 gig. I'm not sure. I don't know. So what happened is that I find it strange that despite having 500 gig storage, or maybe 400. 480, 450 or something, it still shows the total space of the old disk. And then I go to the disk management, and then I found out that there are some allocated spaces. So for that, I had to use a third-party software to extend the OS partition, and so I am using it right now. But well, maybe I would need to clone it someday once I get my M.2 enclosure. So of course, prior to that, since I just have to accept that this gaming laptop has served its purpose. It's in the ICU and it could die anytime. So maybe I should take a quote unquote walk and then ask for to canvas some gaming laptop prices. And sure enough, I am able to canvas a lot. So I think it would cost maybe $1,500. And by then, and by that price bracket, more or less, I think that that already has a spec of some Intel 8 or 10th gen. I'm not sure if it's i5 or i7, but I don't really care about the processor. And 8 gig, but personally, 8 gig is really not enough for a gaming laptop. I'm basing it on Dell because, well, Dell has its pre-installed software diagnostics, and it would take a chunk of RAM. So 8 gig is not enough. So that's why when I bought this Dell laptop almost 5 years ago, hmm, let's just say almost 4.5 years ago, I had it upgraded to 16 gig instead of the 8 gig. And I felt that was enough, but for some reason, the laptops, the I don't know what's causing it, but the memory consumption seems to more or less consumes 80%. I'm not sure why. So I feel that the gaming laptop that they are selling them, I think uh, it won't be a deal if it's only 8 gigs. They definitely have to upgrade it, and better yet, they would have to upgrade it to at least, I'm saying at least 32 gig RAM. And that's also how I plan to upgrade my desktop PC if ever. Now, why am I contemplating with the gaming laptop or a gaming PC? Well, it would, assuming, while I am aware that because of my disposition, I am very unlikely allowed to leave Asian Mexico. So what did that mean? No business trips. So that being said, why would I want a gaming laptop? Because by that, with that price, I am able to buy a high spec PC, desktop PC, and have in a monitor or maybe some more other upgraded parts. Because yes, that would make a sensible choice, but well, given the situation, I don't really think it's a good idea to splurge at this time. Of course, that is despite the inflation, the future inflation, because I've heard from someone that they bought a high-end rig, assuming that they might be included in the future inflation. So, well, there's that. Despite that, I still don't think it would be wise to splurge. And even saying that I am basically unable to leave uh, Asian Mexico for business purposes. It's not that I'm really hoping, but that uh, it seems that the client back in Japan seems to demand someone with my skills badly. But of course, I've explained that given the time frame that I may need to process some documents, and then the handover of my current task to anyone who may replace me here, because I will go to a business trip or join another project. So the business trip, it may not just be enough. The time frame is not may not just be enough. And also, for some reason, since they do really believe that well, that the pure bloods are the weaker ones, the ones who will not survive the trip, the ones who, well, at worst, uh, criminals. So I'll just have to be thankful that I still have the job, and that they're still employing me, not requiring me to go to the office, because, well, they are basically not allowing somebody like me to go to office without any additional requirements. And having said that, I think those who may come across this video will know what those requirements are, which I don't want to comply, because technically it should be criminal. But, well, if the government is willing to violate them, then who are the citizens to not violate those two? So, well, life sucks, and it's going to suck in the near future, because, well, it didn't really. So I haven't heard any prophecy from any religion that eventually the all the bad actors will be punished, and then all the good ones will live happily ever after for a long time. There may be some variations of that, but one thing for sure, it's not going to be in this world. It may be some other place. But, well, enough about that. So, going back, either way, as long as these PCs of mine are working, I don't plan to spend extra as much as possible. Maybe until I get to still spend my life as normal as last year, because by that time I don't need to pay some private loan. I've already paid all of it, so I may have some leeway in on my budget. So maybe I could spend a little. So I really hope that the those days that will be coming a few months from now, they will say it will also come from to other countries as well. But I just hope that I really hope and pray hard that that's not the case. Because again, as I have touched the grass and spent transportation fees, I look around me and, well, technically, the state of emergency is no more since last month, but, well, since last month, but, well, it's quite crowded compared to the last time I remembered. The malls, the roads. I mean, again, are we really in the state of emergency? And so I really hope that uh, that doesn't go back to the early 2020s. Early 2020s, as in later half of March onwards. Because, well, with what they've been saying, they seem to enjoy this. Yeah. So I guess that's all for me. But before I end, what will be my next plan? Well, again, I just pray that I have a second and or alternative source of income, and I hope to do whatever. Well, not really whatever it takes, but I have my options, and I hope I get to pick one soon. Because, well, job security isn't really a thing nowadays with the AI craze around. AI art, chat GPT, and who knows, AI music, AI BGM. So okay, that's it. So but before I end this, so make sure to subscribe to Raging Golden Eagle and Ruby King, and perhaps support Young Reaper as well with I'm not sure if they've already released the not Isom comics, but either way, support him and hopefully support Isom too, whatever. Well, personally, I'm not into those, so I myself not going to support it, but maybe you guys want to. So again, this is Ron Type signing out. Thank you for joining, and hope to see you next stream. Bye bye.